Hello everybody and welcome back to
Mario Kart 8!
And in this video I am going to be joined by
RexTempus!
Hello.
Time Traveler. Hi, how are you?
Doing good.
Ready to do some Mario Karting?
You know I am.
Well then I should say let's go! Can't believe I messed that up.
Alright, one more time we're going to do 50cc, and in this video we're going to be playing as, we gotta pick.
So is there a random, or do you actually have to choose somebody?
Nope, let's try this button. Nope. You know what, since there's going to be the Mario movie coming out, and let's play as Luigi!
Okay.
Whoa! That looks cool! Yeah, we're
wow,
gonna use that.
Yeah, you gotta admit, those look pretty awesome.
Or we can ride the teddy bear one. That's what we should have had for the Baby Mario last episode.
Did we even have that available at that time?
I don't know, maybe. I feel like we did, probably.
So here's, I guess, an interesting question for you. Which brother have you identified with in the past? Or which one have you, like, you know, because everybody has their favorite. You know, for a lot of people, it's Mario, because, you know, he's the hero, he's the main one, but Luigi does have quite a following of his own.
Yeah. So, you know, actually, that's what I was going to talk about in this video. I personally have, in the past, especially up until recently, I mean, I still, is that I preferred Luigi, actually.
Was that a past tense statement?
No.
Like,
No, it's
okay.
more like, but man, my motorcycle looks cool. But no, see, it used to be a whole lot more defined. Like, it was like, oh, definitely, I'm more of a Luigi person.
more definitive?
Yeah, that's like exactly what I was looking for. I was definitely.
Okay.
It used to be more definitive. Oh man, they got me right before.
Yeah.
But no, it was definitely more definitive that I would prefer Luigi because, mostly because I never played the Mario games when I was growing up. You know, those were for the big kids, the big adults.
Right.
I guess is how I thought of it, but the main reason why I preferred Luigi over Mario, not necessarily personality reason, but mostly just because Luigi's Mansion. I used to play that, like, so I had gotten the GameCube. I played that game quite a bit, and that was one of my favorite games. Ooh, nice.
Wow. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so, plus, I mean, you know, I never realized that, you know, there was, like, an official, like, Mario stuff, like, I mean, like, not all Mario games are official canon, but, like, you know, there's, like, Mario-type games, like Mario Galaxy, then the sequel would be, Mario Odyssey, and then the one before that would have been Sunshine. But definitely my love for Mario has definitely grew more with Super Mario Sunshine and me playing through that, definitely.
Right. Yeah, it's too bad because I know, like, later games, like, what was it, Super Mario Galaxy? Like, they had a Luigi, but, like, you could only play him in, like, special
later editions,
stages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to basically, that's how it is for almost a lot of Mario games. Like, Mario 3D Land I actually played on the 3DS, and you could only unlock him after you had done everything, or almost everything. You had to do a lot, basically.
Right.
I mean, there's a mushroom there, but there's that one iconic meme where you can now play as Luigi.
Right. I suppose what they really should do is, I mean, I know it's kind of a weird thing to say, but they should make a game a little bit more like Super Mario Brothers 2. And it's weird because, you know, that's not like, it wasn't officially meant to be a in-canon Mario game.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you know how officially, like...
Yeah, it was actually, they actually, like, made it easier for the American audience, even though...
No! It was completely different. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was going to be a completely different game, but they bought it out.
Yeah, they had a version that they made in Japan that was...
The Lost Levels,
Super Mario Brothers 2. Now it's called The Lost Levels, because the American audience was deemed not to be able to handle the difficulty that was created by Super Mario Brothers 2. It's like, it's too difficult.
Yeah.
So instead, they changed this other game, which actually had like this Arabian theme, and they just changed the characters because they already had like, I think it was actually like 2 guys and 2 girls, and they changed them to, you know, Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Toad, which, I mean, back then that's like the only hero
Mario
characters
hit me.
you had.
But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they should make a Mario game similar to that, where like, because each level you would go in, and you could choose like, this time I want to play as Mario, this time I want to play as Luigi.
Paper Mario 3D.
Yeah.
Dolphins! Look at the dolphins!
Yeah. But even if you want to keep it, you know, however it is throughout the whole level, you know, you could do that where it's like, okay, for this whole level, I'm going to be Princess Peach. I'm going to have my gliding powers, but I'm also going to be, you know, like super weak or...
Yeah, I remember, that was the other reason why I always liked Luigi, was because of, like, I played Paper Mario, I think, the entire way through, but Luigi was, like, one of my favorite characters to play as.
Right.
Luigi's attributes are always that he glides, but he's more slippery. So basically, high risk, high reward sort of character. But in a game, you know, whenever you have high risk, you know, that just means more opportunity to, has more opportunity to get around the map.
Right. Well, that is true.
So that's probably why I probably used to, especially more defiantly, say that Luigi was my preferred character. Is the fact that I played him more. And like I said, I just really like Luigi's Mansion. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, certainly, I mean, they have produced some great games in that series. And it's definitely a very different kind of a game.
Yeah. See, Luigi's Mansion, the very first one, is definitely my favorite because I played Dark Moon. It was good. It just actually didn't feel like Luigi's Mansion. It didn't, because very much it had a different genre, if you could call it that, because like the first one, you were actually exploring one mansion, going around. So I do plan on playing Luigi's Mansion soon. Here we go! Explosion! But they were talking about how Luigi's Mansion is actually, as far as like a game-wise, like as far as space for space, is actually a really small game.
Right. Well, yeah. I don't know if it
was technical limitations or time limit, but for one reason or another, the game is actually, you know, per, you know, whatever in-game measurement unit is, it's actually really small compared to most games. But it's funny because you would have, if you told me that, I would not have believed you until like you can really see it, because like the game just feels so much bigger than it is because it's just, you know, packed full of stuff.
I think it's because of how they did the enemies, where there were essentially a lot more boss characters, because almost every big enemy, every room was like almost a boss fight.
Yeah.
You know, each enemy was its own strategy, its own method.
And also maybe because they made Luigi smaller, but like even inside the rooms you don't feel like smaller, like there's not that much space. Oh, I'm gonna use it! Speakers! Woohoo!
Oh.
Bass boosted.
Now, you may know this, but originally it was going to be Mario's Mansion.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, yeah. They were saying they couldn't imagine Mario being, you know, so cowardly and scared.
Yeah. Which I think is hilarious, but, you know, just kind of an interesting way to look at it. It's like, yeah, it does make more sense to have Luigi be the one. And I mean, just how they do the cutscenes, everything, like every time he opens the door, it's like,
Yeah, it definitely fits his character definitely more for him to be the person to go through the scary mansion and for him to be scared. And it's a nice goal to get Mario too. Someone says like, brave is the man who fears nothing. Braver is the man who faces his fears.
Yeah. That's hilarious, but I can see how that applies.
it really is true.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this music level. See, in the Mario 3D and the 3DS version of this game, they had a different music level that I think was cooler because it could actually go on the piano.
Right.
Oh, we gotta take the green path next time. We're taking the Mario path for this time first. That's why I always preferred Luigi for most things, is because, not because of anything personality-wise, it was mostly just I really liked Luigi's Mansion.
Hey, you know, I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's not like you have to have a reason, but it's just interesting how, you know, people, you know, because, you know, for me growing up, and my experience was a little bit different.
Uh-oh.
You know,
I can see the blue shell. I see it coming up. I think the person last place through, because I'm watching it come to me.
Yeah, I see that on the screen.
Oh,
Throw a banana at it.
bananas.
Oh. You know, like, for the longest time, you know, just Mario was it. You know, he was everything. And, you know,
Yeah.
Luigi was like the second rate.
He was his brother. He was definitely famous because of his brother.
Yeah. But, you know, and even the games were called, you know, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Kart, Dr. Mario, and all of that.
Yeah.
Of course, now they have, you know, Dr. Luigi, and
they also have the Super Luigi, and technically not Bros because it's crossed off, which I think is funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For the Wii U one, yeah. I like the boss and level designs. I'm actually looking forward to playing Luigi's Mansion again.
Okay.
It's been so long. Also, a blue shell's coming for me.
Wow, you know, when I'm playing these games, I'm so rarely looking at the corner of the map. Yeah. I mean, even when I'm talking to you, it's like, I'm not watching the mini-map. You're just, you know, way ahead. That's all I really need to know.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's just, like, hard to kind of keep track. Because, I mean, there's so much happening on the screen as it is.
Like we said before, this is just, when we play Mario Kart, it's just, basically commentary a game. It's a perfect podcast game, basically.
Basically, yeah. Exactly.
As long as, you know, you play with NPCs. But, yeah.
Yeah. Especially as long as your CCs are low enough and just all kind of like an autopilot. Yeah, you know, we just drive the cart around.
Yep,
and
my brain can go nice into autopilot.
Yeah. Well, in the world of Mario, I mean, there's certainly a lot to talk about.
I mean, you know, the franchise is like, what, 40, 50 years old at this time?
Let's see, I think technically the first game that would have come out would have been Donkey Kong. I think it was 1980.
Yeah,
I don't know what year the first Mario Brothers, you know, back before they were that game.
Oh, baby Luigi hit me! My younger version self hit me.
Oh, you see how they're doing this, like scratching a record, so like goes back, goes forward, all that.
Yep.
Oh, gotta love those little touches.
Yeah, those nice little details are nice. The highlight reel's a nice addition. You know what's interesting? Besides Mario and Luigi, the person who I would also identify more with and who I would, or the games who I would actually prefer to play was not actually Mario or Luigi, but actually one of my favorite games was The Legend of Zelda.
Right, well, I mean, but that's such a different game. You talked about being Link or whatever.
Yeah. But, like, I always was like, because, like, that's why whenever I play this game, actually, and even my very first episode, I played as Link, because I always played as Link, because, first of all, that was cool, you know, a non-Mario character in Mario Kart for the first time.
Right.
But also because I just always, like, The Legend of Zelda was also one of my most favorite video games series ever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, certainly there's a lot of great games out there. Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess.
Yeah. Definitely my first introduction was, what was it? Twilight Princess.
Right. Have you ever played Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, I did. I completed it. I was on the 3DS.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Quickly. Oh, I didn't get to use it in time. In fact, I wasted it. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I will share one of my great frustrations that's been growing a lot with Nintendo is the idea that, like, you know, it's like, oh, you know, you have, say, like Super Mario Brothers. You get it for, you know, the DS or whatever, the 3DS, you download it, you put it onto your Wii, and then it's like, oh, now I can upgrade to the Wii U, and it's like, oh, I gotta buy it again. And then
yeah, it's lack of backwards compatibility. I think that's so it's
Or,
called.
yeah, backwards ownership. You know, it's like,
yeah,
if
well, I think that's what it is, yeah.
I mean, like, if I buy a game on Steam, it doesn't matter what I do to my computer, I'm going to have to access the game.
Yep. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's been kind of my frustration. Like, how many times am I going to buy Super Mario Brothers or Legend of Zelda or,
yeah,
you know, some of those kind of games?
That's probably why I really like emulation. Not only because, you know, you don't have to pay for something that you shouldn't really have to pay for again, but also because, mostly just because I can actually play games that I wouldn't normally be able to because Nintendo doesn't release a lot of games. Jeez, that was a lot of jumps.
Yeah, well, those are the moguls, if you know anything about, like, Olympic skiing.
I don't.
Yeah, and the other thing is, yeah, like, anytime there's, say, like, I mean, there's certain games that they just, you're right, they don't move forward or it takes them such a long time.
Yeah.
And it's like, why was it so hard to get, you know,
all these
Metroid? Yeah, or any, like an NES game, it's like, why didn't you just have that in play from the beginning? Here's, you know, the...
Oh, we stopped. Ha, take that, Daisy.
Going fast and then forward. Oh, are we done already?
Yep, that was it.
Wow.
We mostly talked about Luigi and Luigi's Mansion, and I got the Star Cup, yay!
I had another question I was going to ask you. I'll have to save it for the next.
Yep.
Which means you'll have to tune in next time to find out
what was the question that
right.
RexTempus had. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Luigi Kart Deluxe 8.
Bye!
Bye!